If you've ever pulled a crucible out of a furnace and found it cracked, slumped, or fused to whatever you were melting, you already know that cheap ceramic is expensive in the long run. I've spent the last couple weeks digging through listings, reviews, and spec sheets to find the best deals on Alumina Crucibles for high-temperature labs, and I narrowed it down to 5 that are genuinely worth your money. Let's get into it. Starting off, we've got a 10-pack of 99% alumina cylindrical crucibles with lids, and honestly this is the one that surprised me most. $4.73. For 10 of them. With lids included. That works out to under 50 cents per crucible, which is basically disposable pricing for something rated to handle serious heat and corrosive melts. Nearly 4,900 sold, and a perfect 5-star rating tells you people aren't just buying these once. If you're running student labs, doing repeat ashing work, or you just want a stash on the shelf so a cracked crucible never stops your afternoon, this is the easy pick. Next up is the high-purity 99% alumina crucible with a threaded lid, sitting at $15.95. That threaded lid is the whole story here. Instead of a loose cap that shifts when you're transferring with tongs or that lets vapor escape unevenly, this one screws down and stays put. That matters a lot for controlled atmosphere work, sublimation, and anything where you're trying to keep volatiles contained. 4,800 sold with a 4.7 rating, and the people buying these are clearly using them in real furnace work. If your process depends on a proper seal, spend the extra few dollars. Third, we've got the 16 by 56 mm, 6 ml crucible with lid, made from 99.5% alumina corundum. $6.36. What I like here is the purity bump and the tall, narrow profile. That skinny cylindrical shape is perfect for tube furnaces, small sample volumes, and situations where you need the material to sit deep rather than spread out. 6 mils isn't much, but for analytical work, that's exactly the point. 4,500 sold, 4.7 stars. It's a specialist tool at a completely reasonable price. At number 4 is the larger version of that threaded lid crucible, coming in at $23.11. Same 99% alumina, same screw-down design, just scaled up for bigger batches. This is the one you buy when you've outgrown the small stuff and you're melting larger sample masses or running longer cycles. Yes, it's the priciest on this list, but you're paying for capacity and for a lid system that actually holds. Over 4,000 sold at 4.7 stars. If you're doing production-adjacent work rather than benchtop testing, this is the sensible upgrade. And rounding out the list, the 99% alumina cylindrical crucible with a domed lid at $11.95. The domed lid is a nice bit of engineering. It gives you extra headspace so bubbling or expanding material doesn't immediately contact the lid, and it sheds condensate back down the sides instead of pooling. Corundum body, built for repeated high-temperature melting cycles. 3,800 sold, and the second highest rating on this list at 4.8 stars. For $12, it's a really well-balanced middle option. All 5 links are down in the description, so go grab whichever one fits your setup. If this saved you some time, hit that like button and subscribe. I've got more lab gear breakdowns coming. Thanks for watching.